What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be showing you how I fixed and painted this front fender and bumper right here. So I'll show you a before and this is after. So it's still not completely perfect, so there's some stuff I would still need to do to make it a lot nicer, but I'm really happy with how it turned out, and it's just 10 times nicer than it was before. So there's just a little accident with this car, something really dumb, but on this driveway, when all the pine needles fell, makes the driveway really slippery, and that led to scuffing this brick wall a little bit. So didn't really hurt the wall, but did a little bit of damage to this front bumper and fender. So I'm going to be showing you how I fixed it. Let's get into it. Get a good before here. Alright guys, this is pretty much everything I'm using. I got some 1K clear. If you can get 2K clear, it's a little bit better, but this is good for me. Using some of this self-etching primer. I bought this at Harbor Freight for like 20 bucks. Some fiberglass reinforced filler. And then I have some 600, 320, go in order, 320, 600, and 1000. I have a bunch of stuff left over that I might need here and there, but these are the main ones I'm gonna need for this guy. Keep everything nice and flat. And I paid like $2.99 for these just to make this easy to spread. But this is what it looks like. This is the next day. It was a real crappy rainy day yesterday. I think I'm pretty happy with how much this is filled. So I'm gonna start sanding it down, see what we got. I started out using that 320 grit sandpaper that I had, and it just wasn't quite doing the job. So luckily I had some 80 and 180 sitting around. So I grabbed some of that 80 grit and it started going to town on this thing. So it started just sanding down a lot better, a lot faster than the 320. I would have been there all day sanding with the 320. But you can see I'm just taking it a little bit at a time, and then I kind of wipe it off with a microfiber towel just so I can kind of see better what's going on. Once you start sanding and everything gets covered in dust, kind of hard to tell exactly where you need to focus on, so I just keep sanding it down. You can see all the lighter areas, that's where it's pretty much smooth, and then those darker spots are still like divots and areas where I need to just focus on more. So just keep sanding away until I get it all nice and flat and smooth, and which I'm getting pretty close right here. So as soon as I get it really close with the 80, then I switch over to 180 and start hitting it a couple more times with the 180, and then finally I switch to the 320. Also, you should be wearing all the protective gear like respirator and glasses while you're both sanding and painting, but I was in a nice open space with a lot of fresh air and a breeze, so I wasn't too worried about it. After a bunch of passes, you can see right here, I start getting pretty close. So right now, this is where I have the 180 on my little sanding block. Now, just to fill some of these scratches and small imperfections, this is just some Bondo, like small scratch filler. So this stuff is just exactly that. It's meant to fill some really small scratches and imperfections. It's not meant for some really deep scratches. So a few spots and a few areas where I still just didn't want to add some more of the fiberglass filler, I decided to use this and just sand it all down. Pretty sure I used the 320 sandpaper to sand this all down, and this will just make your final product just a little bit nicer. Now I grab some of my primer and just put a light coat on. I basically do this just to see what it's going to look like. If you're going to see it in the primer, you're going to see it in the paint. So I'm pretty happy actually with how it looks. I put a light coat on and I can't really see too many imperfections, so I'm ready to start adding some paint. So I'm going to start taping it off, and I spray a real quick test area with my paint just to make sure it's going to match. Of course my GoPro died when I started actually adding the blue paint, but I have all of the clear paint on and I can explain real easily what I did. So I add the same thing I do with the blue paint, I do with the clear coat, so you guys can see exactly how I add these coats of paint. So basically when I'm painting, what you just saw there in the last little bit of the time lapse is I add a really light coat of paint first, and then right here you can see me adding a pretty heavy coat, but I just keep overlapping myself as I go down. I'm going pretty even and pretty heavy as I go across. So I start off the body, work all the way across and then end off the body. But it's once you get it down, it's pretty simple, but I like to do maybe like 3 or 4 coats like this, but that's including the first very light coat. But you can see how I go nice and even but kind of heavy as I go. But if you stop anywhere in the middle there as you're doing this, you'll get really heavy runs, so you need to keep a nice even coat going. But I do the same thing for whether it's the clear coat or the blue paint that I'm adding. I actually messed up right there a little bit where I didn't spray the blue paint heavy enough. I explain later, but I just have to retouch up this fender, so I repaint it a little bit later. Alright guys, this is what we got now. So it looks a ton better. I still have to wet sand it and blend in where I just painted. There's a little bit of a line right there. That's what I was trying to avoid with the bent over tape. But you just kind of wet sand that and blend it in. The only spot I really have to touch up is right here where the color didn't turn out right. So I might just tape off like this line and then repaint this area. But wet sanding it blends in a lot of the little imperfections this bumper was already painted once because there's a little bit of runnage right there, and that was already there before I started painting, so I can tell this bumper was already painted. But yeah, there's still a little bit of imperfections, a couple little scratches you can see, but for the most part it's like 100 times better. Alright guys, this is what she looks like now. So it's a lot better. Got some dirt on it now, so you can see it kind of blends in. The line is right here. So like I was saying, to really finish this job, you would want a wet sand where this line is. So I would use anywhere between 2,000 and 3,000 grit sandpaper, and just kind of do a little bit of wet sanding to blend this in. And after you do the wet sanding, you use some of that just cut-in compound, and then if you wanted to finish it up, you do some polish. But you would basically just want to knock this line down just a little bit. So right here, I'm really mad. I messed up the color right here. So this is where I was real heavy and the color turned out perfect, but a little bit of mist must have just got onto here where I didn't get it heavy enough. And you can see the difference in the color. So I have to redo this right here. But I think to make it even better, I'm just gonna follow this line to here and maybe just cut it straight down. But yeah, I have to redo that one, so I'm mad. So I'm not gonna do the wet sanding just yet. But I'm really happy on how this turned out. This bumper at least is pretty much perfect now. It's at least a ton better than it was before, and this should last for many years to come. So this is not a forever car. If I really wanted it to be perfect, I would paint the whole bumper and the whole fender, and it'd be a nicer job. In the sun, when the sun comes out like right now, you can see a little bit of imperfections. But so I quickly just repainted this. I put a piece of tape right along this pinstripe there, so it hides that line really nice. Now I just have a line going straight up and down right here, and now I can easily get that out with some wet sanding. And then I recovered the original line, so now that'll come out really easy with some wet sanding, because I got a couple real good thick coats of clear on there, so that little line will come out really easily. And now the rest of it looks really good. So there was a little bit of color right here that was off, really bothered me. So the little imperfections don't bother me as bad as the color being, that far off. It was a lot lighter, so now it just looks a lot better. So that's gonna be all for the video, guys, but I'm just happy for now that it's at least a ton better. There's not a bunch of real deep scratches on there. It's not real obvious. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure you drop a big thumbs up down below. Really appreciate it. And hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Yeah guys, hope you have a great day. Peace.